Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our second episode of Hot Mic. It is the CWL Global Pro League. We're here at Stage 1, Week 2. This is a fun, loose variety show. We're going to discuss a lot of topics, and each week we're going to have a new array of COD players. Joining us this week for our second set of matches, we're going to have the lovely players from Evil Geniuses, Rise Nation. We're going to have Fnatic and FaZe Clan to go as well. First up, I got my buddy Studdy. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. How you doing, pal?
I'm doing really good. Just can't wait to play. I honestly want to play more. I want to do this show, but it's okay.
How you guys feeling? Getting warmed up? You got a little grinding in?
Yeah. Well, we got a nice little 2 maps in. It's okay. But other than that, I feel like we're feeling really good as a team.
Well, I'm excited, man. We're going to have some fun. Next up, Rise Nation, Felony. I've been warned that you really like to talk, and I may have to cut you off at times.
Yeah, a lot of my friends, they've been telling me, Tyler, this is a really bad idea. You're just going to talk their ears off, but I'll be good. I'll keep talking to them minimum.
No, it's going to be fun, man. Enjoy yourself. And then, Tommy, you're the lone European man surrounded by these just grimy North Americans. How you feeling, buddy? Welcome to the States. Excited for you this weekend.
As you say, feeling a bit lonely, but hopefully the show goes well. But no, I'm excited to do this. But as Studdy said, just looking forward to playing tomorrow.
You guys will have a ton of time to grind. We've got matches all weekend. And the last one on the end, the youngster of FaZe Clan, Attach. How are you, friend?
I'm doing good. Just like everyone else, very excited to play, competing this weekend. It's going to be a very good match. There's a lot of good teams here. I'm expecting a lot of good matches. I'm excited.
All right, well, we're going to kick off the show again. We're going to go through various topics, have fun with the guys. Now, we've got a bit of a question for you on Twitter. Now, you guys will have time to think about this. We're not going to address it yet. We're going to give Twitter responses a little bit of time, but use the hashtag MLGHotMic. In your opinion, who do you think is the most annoying professional COD player to play against? Now, this includes everybody. I'm sure you guys will have many that you're annoyed by. Don't let it go yet. We're going to have plenty of time to chat about it as we get going through it. Now, obviously, a lot of you are tuning in for the week of matches, but I want to touch back on last week. So let's talk a little bit about what went down with the Red Group previously. First off, I want to take a look at the standings, check it out. Now, it was Splice and MV obviously coming out on top. We had at the bottom, it was Mindfreak and Cloud9 struggling. We're gonna talk about Cloud9. Now, Felony, you've been actually in a similar position to Cloud9, in the sense that you very recently went an entire weekend with only winning 1 series. That was Dallas. I'm sorry, but what's it like when something like that happens? Like, what's going on with this team? Why do they struggle so much, do you think, man?
Search and Destroy is really big in this game. For us, especially at Dallas, we just weren't clicking in Search and Destroy, and that lost us a lot of our series. So similar to Cloud9, I'm sure a lot of their series were just little mistakes, but at the end of the day, they went the first 2 days without their first 2 matches without winning a map.
Yeah.
And in the end result, that ended up really hurting them.
Well, what do you think is like the future for Cloud9? Do you think maybe it's time for a change? You think they can get it done with this crew? You know, I think it was Ake said he thinks it's more just a chemistry thing. What do you think's going on?
Throughout the weekend, from what I watched, as far as slaying was concerned, they were very inconsistent at times, and I really think that hurt them. So, I mean, I think if they stuck it out, they could possibly improve, but maybe a roster change is needed.
All right, now we're going to have you guys touch on all of these teams here. Next, Cloud9, we obviously saw the struggles. The next thing I want to talk about is the NB clutch that came through on Sunday. They went strong, and when they needed to. Now, Attach, I know you've teamed with JCap. You've got some experience with that guy. He was basically like your COD father, I think, at one point. How impressed were you to see what they were able to do with that 3-0 on Sunday?
I was not expecting that 3-0 out of Envy on Sunday, because I'm pretty sure the first day they got 3-0'd by Splice, and I think everything just started clicking for them. They started working really well. They actually played a match versus C9, I believe, before then, and they clutched up, I think, a 5-5 last map versus C9. So they had the momentum going in there, and Splice honestly just did not look like they were playing very well that day. They just were not clicking compared to like the first 2 days, because the first 2 days they were looking amazing. The last day, they kind of just didn't look like they usually do.
Well, this one's going to be the next question kind of to all of you guys, really. Whoever got a chance to watch a lot of the matches, I'm sure you guys have all been glued to it. But, Sonny, I'll start with you. With Mindfreak, do you think there's been a lot of actual hype, I think, from the weekend, because they played everybody really, really tough. I know they didn't get a lot of map wins, but what were your thoughts from watching them play? Were you impressed with what the lone APAC team was able to do?
I was impressed. Mindfreak played really well, not showing towards the record because they went 1-5, obviously, but overall, I felt like they deserved like that 3rd spot more than Cloud9 did. and they definitely worked harder, to be honest.
Well, who's here? You guys had a chance to play them at any events?
Yeah.
We played them in Atlanta, and we went last map and won 6-4. It was a really close match.
That's right. You were in the pool with FaZe as well, didn't you guys?
Yes.
They went 4 games with you, 5 with you.
Yeah.
They were playing.
They
really
were
tough.
playing nice.
Yeah,
I believe the
before-
SND they clutched up and beat us. They're a really good team. They came to America, I believe, a week early and had like a little practice land. So they were playing really well. You could just kind of tell the practice paid off.
All right, well, Tommy, you are my European expert. Next, we're going to be talking Splice. Now, I know you guys just got 3rd at Birmingham. You're excited to play this weekend. Splice is now kind of falling apart on Sunday and back-to-back weekends. Obviously, with what happened in Birmingham, then in week 1, what's going on? I know you've been competing for basically a decade. You've seen it all. What's going on?
It's hard to say, really. I mean, as you say, on Sunday at Birmingham, they fell apart. They lost 3-0, 3-0 to Epsilon in the finals. So coming here, as you say, they started really hot over the weekend. They beat MV, they beat every team in the pool. And on the Sunday, I think Mindfreak even took them to the last map, which no one really thought would happen. And then that one map and that cost it their first place as well. But going into the MV series, I mean, if you think about it, all they had to do was take one map. And if they couldn't do that, then I don't know what the problem is there. Maybe it's just they weren't playing their game, everyone else was, but it can't always be that. Every weekend, every Sunday, you can't say they're playing well, we're not.
Well, I saw, I mean, some of the comments I saw, and I think Zero actually got going back and forth with some fans, because a lot of the stuff was kind of saying that they aren't dealing with pressure very well with this roster for whatever reason. Maybe is it because Josh left? What's the issue? Do you think that's fair at all, or do you think it's more just maybe new team just need to play their game?
I mean, new team, yeah, you could say that is part of the reason, but then again, look at all the players that are on that team. You can't really sit back and say, we've only just come together, this is the reason we're not playing well on Sunday.
Well, you've got a ton of experience playing with a lot of those guys, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't really a problem for us. I mean, in some tournaments we didn't make it that far, so it's hard to say what it is there. I mean, Josh went to Epsilon and then beat them twice in 2 series. That could be a factor, but I think Splice in the end will pull out and be that team that everyone thinks they can be.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they certainly have what it takes. All right, well, that's it talking about last week. Obviously, Splice and Envy going to be the 2 teams making it to play in the Stage 1 final, which 2 of your teams will be matching up against them down the stretch. But let's look at this week. Let's move on and talk about the blue group. First off, let's talk about Friday's schedule. So I know a lot of you guys are interested in the matches coming up. What are we going to be taking a look at? Who's going to be playing? If you're not familiar with the format, it's going to be double round robin between these 4 teams. They're going to be playing and duking it out all weekend long. As far as the schedule goes, I'm curious, like, are there any, for you guys, are there any particular matchups that you guys are really looking forward to here, or any matchup you may be prepared for a little bit more, or everybody kind of comes into this on a level playing field ready to rock?
Every game.
Yeah.
Every game
Every
I'm looking
game
forward to.
Yeah, I feel like we have one of the more even match pools, so I don't really think you can overlook any team in our pool. You have to go into every match with the same mindset.
Yeah, one thing we always say, like me and Nimbus, we've always said it, is one map at a time, one game at a time. So regardless of who we had to play, we knew we had to play them. So it's going to happen eventually.
Well, I'm curious for you, Tommy. I mean, you, the lone European team. What was it like when that draw came through, that you realized you're going to be the group that has the 3 North American teams? I'm curious, was it just like, all right, boys, let's get it? Or was it a little bit frustrated kind of, that's how it ended up rolling?
A bit of both sides, really. We seem to play better against North American teams. ESWC, we got knocked out by 2 Europeans, Splice and Infuse back then. Same thing at MOG, lost the Rev Reserve and the losers, beat a few American teams there. So, I mean, we're happier to play it, but we know that it's going to be harder competition. So in our heads, we think we do play better, but then again, they are better teams still. But no, we are looking forward to it. We believe we have what it takes to get a few wins here. Hopefully get that top 2 spot.
Awesome, man. Now, I want to hear from you. I want to talk a little bit about players to watch, stuff you're excited to see. I know when I was talking to you guys upstairs, you talked about for your team, you know, Havoc's been putting in a lot of time. He's been on the grind. He's looking strong. Is he your player to watch this weekend? Is there anyone that really stands out to you?
100%. I think Cole is definitely the player to watch this weekend. I feel like he's put in more time than any other player that I've seen. He's playing in Pro 8s, AM 8s, every single night till like 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm really proud of him, but what the grind that he put into the game.
Awesome, and Felony, I guess I'm curious with you, because you guys, you're coming off of Dallas, which didn't go well. I mean, this is an event you want to forget, and I'm going to keep bringing up because I'm a jerk. But is there somebody, you know, you're really thinking this is going to be the event they explode? Because at Vegas, you know, you had Facento be MVP. We haven't really seen him back there yet. Who's going to be the guy for you to really go off?
This event, I'm really looking forward to Yuli to go off like he did all of Black Ops 3. I feel like he's very comfortable with our team right now and very comfortable in the game in like the May area. So I feel like this event, he's really going to slay a lot and really going to solidify his spot.
All right. Yeah, well, I mean, he was one of the standout players last year for sure. Some of the stuff he was able to do.
Yeah, every event.
Absolutely insane. Tommy, what about you? The European squad. Who's going to be a beast this weekend? You can say it's going to be you. You got that look in your eye.
No, I'd never say myself.
It's gonna be Tommy. I know it.
But hopefully one of my teammates, looking for one of them to just pull through and show what they can really do. All new sort of to the top competition, I'd say. So if they stand out here, then it's going to put us in a good position.
What's it like teaming with twins? Is there anything different at all? Like, do they bump heads a lot? What's that like?
I'd say every map they bump heads, even mid-games on main stage, you'll hear them shouting at each other, just calling each other different names and stuff. I won't mention a few here, but there's a few. But it's sort of got a good side to it as well, because as soon as their argument's done, they're fine. They're brothers, so there's no bad blood there. As soon as they've done it, they're good. And then when you have other people, if you argue, say your teammates argue, you'd sort of just, after you'd have a little bit of resent towards them, you'd not really
bad
instantly
blood.
let it go.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, well, that surely has to be interesting, but it's pretty cool to hear what it looks like from your side of it. Attach, for you, for the FaZe clan coming in. Now, I think most would agree, right, coming into this, you guys are the favorites. I mean, I heard some people saying, you guys aren't going to drop a match, maybe not drop maps with how hot you've been and consistent throughout the year. Who's the guy you're really looking forward to have a big event?
I'm not looking forward to any in particular person on our team to have a big event.
Okay.
I just think we try to play our team game, put ourselves in good positions, put our teammates in good positions, and then whoever's in the best positions will go off. And any one of us can go off on our team. So whoever it is, let's do it.
All right. So FaZe feeling confident coming in. Now I'm gonna have a little bit more fun. Now I'm curious because in most major sports, it's people have a lot of pregame rituals or superstitions, things they do before matches. Tommy, I'm going to start with you. Is there anything, because you're the veteran here, right? You got these guys that have been competing for several years, but you've been around, since the original COD XP. Anything that comes to your mind?
Myself, just got a few little ones. I just never like tweeting before I play. And I don't like letting people know when we're playing. Don't know why that is. It's just sort of come about. But
interesting.
My teammate's got a good one.
All right.
Plays Commando. He can never play with anything underneath. Never.
What?
Has a bad map and he's got something underneath, he changes quickly.
Which teammate is this? Scraps. Freak.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Fist bumps.
I'm glad that I all
Strictly fist
bumps.
bumps.
All around.
Sonny, what about you? Anything? Now this doesn't have to be you, but I'm curious. Anything weird you've maybe heard from other teammates, other players? Just something maybe pre-match. Some ritual you do?
I don't know about anybody else's rituals, but mine is usually music.
Music?
And right now, the Kendrick album is just like what I play before I play.
Gets you fired up, gets you focused?
DNA, baby, all the way.
All right. Felony, for you, any pregame rituals? You got some crazy ones on your team. There's got to be something. Bryce has got that look in his eye, man.
Bryce wakes up, gets some Starbucks and some Gamma, and that's all. And then he just sits down and plays all day. Besides that, I like waking up early for my matches. I like being awake when I play. I don't like playing early. I like being awake before I get on.
I got you. It's like Adam Apicella, Joe DeLuca, take notes. Rise Nation enjoys.
No morning matches.
Yeah, enjoys playing later in the day. What about you down the end? Attach, you've got to have something.
Honestly, I don't have any like crazy rituals or anything
What,
like
Clay,
that.
Clay doesn't? That guy's older than time.
Dude, he's just weird. But I don't know anyone that has like any crazy rituals or anything. But I just try and play. Maybe some music to hype me up here and there. Maybe some jumping jacks, get the blood flowing if it's an early morning match or something. But I honestly don't have any like particular thing that I do.
Interesting. All right. Okay. Cool. I was curious if there was anything, but it seems like music, caffeine, sleeping,
Commando.
Commando. That
Commando,
was
That was interesting.
That was certainly the standout from that certain segment. All right, I want to talk a little bit about splurges kind of after big victories, because I know we've got some guys in the community, whether it's shoes, cars, you'll see some crazy stuff happen. Everyone at this table has had a big event win. You for Vegas, second at
Dallas.
Champs. Tommy, throughout your entire career, you got the most first places in Europe, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so plenty of winning. Attach, you used to win back in Advanced Warfare. So for you guys, I'm curious, do you have anything that's been like, what's like your big splurge? Like where you maybe you get a big prize win, and you're like, you know what? I'm treating myself.
You want me to be honest?
You can be honest.
Okay, so when I was 18, what I told Stro after we got second, I was like, all right, Stro, listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy Gucci everything, like Gucci socks, like Gucci watch, everything. And he was like, Jay, no, save your money. And I'm like, Okay, and then eventually, like if I won like the 200 mil, 200.
200 mil. It's like, well, all right.
200K.
We have
200 mil,
If
man.
I won that, I don't know. I'll probably just be like, I'll buy a car just for no reason.
buy a car. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think it's a common one for the players. So
Or I'll get the Marty McFlies.
I don't know what is that. I'm old, dude. I'm 32. What is that? Is that a shoe?
The self-tying shoe.
Oh, I did. No, I did see those. I did see those.
Back to the Future.
I need a pair of those, man.
Yeah, man.
I definitely a pair of those. All right, so yeah, actually, Marty McFly's. I should know that. I'm old.
Yeah,
That's Back to
come
the
on.
Future. All right, so felony for you. Anything that sticks out, like a big, you won a big prize pool. You wanted to get something fancy?
After champs, I bought an 8 shots car. So that was mine.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
You bought an 8 shots car?
I was in it
Yeah,
yesterday.
it's out front.
I did
That's
not,
what I pulled in.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, that's his. Yeah, I did that after champs.
How did
So
that
cool.
happen? He was just like, oh, guys, I'm going to need another car. I'm selling my car.
Messaged him on Twitter. Was like, hey, man, you want to sell your car? He was like, sure. And I was like, all right, let's get it going. Shipped it to me. Bought the car.
That's amazing. All right, I had no idea that happened. Tommy, over the course of time, anything that you really felt maybe a little guilty about? You spent a little more money than you wanted to after an event?
I wouldn't say I was guilty about it, but after COD XP, the first one, finished 5th. It was like the biggest prize pool about then. Went out on a lad's holiday for 2 weeks. Me and my mates from school. I was 18 then, so all of us went out for 2 weeks to Mali.
That's awesome.
Spent a lot of money there. It was a good time.
That's awesome, man. That sounds like a lot of fun. Attach, what about you, man?
Honestly, probably just food. Like, I
Chipotle.
don't but make any too crazy purchases. I have before.
Food?
I bought, yeah, just a lot of food. Like, go to Chipotle, get 2 bowls, 2 burritos.
So
like,
you
one
win
burger.
you win $100,000. You're like, I would like a double chicken burrito.
Yeah, pretty much. But I have made a few big purchases that I don't really regret, but I could have probably been a little bit smarter with my money, but I don't do that too often.
All right, food. I got a car. I got Gucci. Everything. I bought a burrito. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some interesting kind of social dynamics that happen in the COD competitive community. But to lead into that, if you guys didn't see the bitter Twitter video from last week, you guys might not have seen it. Let's check it out.
Can I go, yeah? From Alfeezy, for more ugly tips, follow bands. I'm a gamer, so I'm not really here for my looks, really.
Alright, so we got a tweet from @Lexon_. Buzzo sucks. Let's be real. He blames the pace of the game and the quotes ANZ competition, yet gets whacked against NA/EU. It's the hard truth. Hey, I don't know what to say. It's honest.
The Dude Man. Aches is the type of guy to ask questions after a PowerPoint presentation. That was never me, man. That really wasn't. But who's the type of guy that named themselves the Dude Man?
Chinese Gov, Aches is way better than you'll ever be, and he isn't fat. Come on, man, that was terrible. Aches is horrible. I'm way better than he'll ever be. And I don't know, Aches is just irrelevant nowadays. Like, how could you even think that?
From @YKM Ruzi, are you and Courage related? Why do people think this? Is he like a supermodel or something? Does he look a lot like me? I don't know. Like, he must be extremely good looking though. Like, sheesh.
Arstino or Arstino? However I want. Okay. @Arstino, why did I get banned for saying apathy? You suck. Laughing my ass off. I was just saying what was on everyone's mind. Well, you know what? You suck. I'm the best. I'm a world champion, baby. Don't mess with me.
All right, so there's the bitter Twitter. And what I want to talk about now, all right, so I have actually been the guy, I will take credit for this, and I found some ones. You guys might want to go through your Twitters. I was literally the person that searched through. I would put your @ in there, and I would type in like mean phrases or words. And I searched back through like ages. It was a lot.
weird.
It was the most fun day of work I've ever had. Hey, someone's got to come up with this stuff. But what I want to talk about, which I think is one of the more interesting dynamics, I'm sure it happens in more sports and various things, but I will get tweeted, and you guys see it all the time. Someone will be like, Maven, you're bald, fat, you suck at casting, quit. And like, I'll be in the mood where I want to respond. I'll be like, thanks. And they're like, oh no, Maven, I'm kidding. I'm your #1 fan. It's the weirdest thing. How often does that happen to you guys where like someone just roasts you, you decide to respond? It's the weirdest thing to me.
It's more just people like they just do it for attention. They don't really mean what they're saying, but as soon as you reply, they're like, "Oh my God, he actually replied." So it's more of just that.
Does it happen to you?
Yeah, that happened to me a couple
It
times.
happens to everyone.
Tommy?
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
I know you as well, Attack.
It happens to me, but I try not to reply, or I like try and troll the people that says something mean.
Yeah.
Then reply to a lot to the positive people, so like more people tweeting positivity. It's not like I don't want to shine light on the negativity, you know?
I got you. I feel you. All right. Well, now, continuing sort of with the fans, we talk about their interactions on Twitter. I want to hear about the strangest fan interactions you guys have ever had at an event. I know that I've been asked to sign some odd objects, so Attach, in all of your events, like a fan that's come up to you, maybe it's signature, selfie, what's like the weirdest thing that a fan has done?
I wouldn't say it's the weirdest, probably the coolest thing. Actually, one of my supporters had a attached logo tattoo, like right here, I think.
What?
Right here. They showed on my camera.
Was
Yeah,
it real?
Right there. It was real. It was real. I'm not gonna mention any names, but he had it right here. It was sick.
That's actually rather incredible. Tommy, anything crazy over the years that stands out?
Not personally for myself.
Oh, it
but
was all the
I've got a
ladies.
quite funny one for Marky B.
Yeah, okay, I want to hear this.
It was at a Gfinity event.
All right.
I won't name names. I don't actually know the guy's name. But we're just sitting there. He walks up. Mark's eating some chips, like, or fries, if you want to
Yeah,
call
yeah,
that. So he's sitting there, and this fan just sits next to him. Starts speaking as if he knows him. Starts reaching into his chips, eating his chips next to him. Mark's like, "Do you want one?" And he just takes the whole bag off Mark. Starts eating the chips next to him, gets up, and just walks off. But he's like Mark's biggest fan. Every event he's been to, he's there.
Well,
Every
All
time.
right.
I suppose if that is the price to pay for a number one fan, give some fries. Okay, I'm with it. Now, Felony, what about you? Anything really stands out? Any crazy experiences you've had?
I haven't had any crazy fan experiences. The oddest thing was probably someone had like a printed off picture. It was him and Scump, and it was only Scump's autograph, I believe. And he asked me to sign it, and I was like, okay. But I don't know. That just didn't really correlate with me, you know?
So you just signed a picture of Scump?
Yeah, with him. It was a picture of them two together. But I was like,
It was framed and everything.
I was like, sure, I'll sign it, I guess. I don't know. I think that you'd only want the optic team on that, maybe. But
It is a little bit odd.
I was like, all right, man, whatever.
You only like Scump and Felony. That's only two.
That's it.
I don't know if you asked anyone else. I mean, you
He's
could
a-
have the whole COD community for what I know.
Yeah,
but-
right. He's just a second in line.
Yeah.
Study. Anything that
Okay,
stands out?
so I went on a weekend vacation with my fiance to the Poconos, and we pulled over to get some gas. And as I'm getting gas, there's just some kid just looking at me, just weird. I'm like, okay, so probably gonna die here, or I'm just gonna put my gas and leave. So I go inside, I come back out, the guy left, and I put my gas, and I'm parked because we were eating. And the guy tweets me, he's like, was that you, like right next to me? I'm like, oh yeah, that was me, man. You could have just said hi. He was like, oh dude, just come to McDonald's, come say hi to me. You want me to go to McDonald's? I'm like, dude, I gotta go to Walmart. I gotta go get some things. Thank you for the support, though. Appreciate you, man.
Well, fans, fans are great. We all love you. You're the reason that most of us exist. But that is, I think the weirdest one to me is by far the Marky B chip thing. I don't know what I would do if I was just eating like a thing of McDonald's French fries and someone just walked up and like,
That's
I just
disrespectful.
I would just stare at him. and be like,
We might have to fight.
yeah, right?
I'm like, whoa.
We might have to fight, depending on the mood.
All right. Well, we'll keep moving on with our segment. So earlier, we asked you guys on Twitter. I've brought up the hashtag here on my trusty iPad. So we asked basically with the hashtag MLG Hot Mic what you guys thought of like one of the most annoying players to play against. Right? What was really going to stand out? So I'm going to read off some of the ones that I saw. Mochilla said Zuma or Havoc. I never get to shoot them in the back because they're always behind me. All right.
It sounds like him.
Somebody said Killa I find to be the most annoying because if you beat him, he will call you a keyboarder. Which I do think I have in fact seen. I'm curious though for you guys, you play a lot, you scrim a ton, so there could be people that annoy you for their trash talk, their personality, the way they play in game. Who has been the person that just you do not like to play against? They annoy you.
Honestly, the person that's annoyed me like over the years, and unfortunately he's my teammate now, Nagafin.
That's perfect.
Every time I play Naga, If I beat him, he would just sit there and just like talk a lot of smack about like, Jay, you haven't beat me for the last 3 years. Like, where have you been in the last stretch? I'm like, all right, Jared, you got it, man, whatever.
Felony's probably he's experienced that as well, I imagine, at some point. But who for you? Who's the most annoying to play against?
The most annoying to play against, probably Zuma, for the simple fact, just like his play style, he values his life a lot. So it can just be like an annoying task to hunt him down sometimes. But that's just for in-game.
All right, so in-game for you, Tommy. Is who in EU or in A, I guess, that just drives you nuts?
EU has to be Hawkey. Just the way he plays the game, same thing. The way he plays just really annoys me. I can't explain what it is, but it's as if he tries to play it like a pub.
That's probably like
but it works for him.
Exactly, it's like
so
an
it's
asset.
so annoying.
One, you'll end up tilting, right? Like he's probably having a blast while you're pulling your hair out playing against him. That's awesome. Attach. Who is it?
Has to be NV4 players. I'm always like just out of the range where like I hit them with a few bullets and then they get me. Then like, oh, it's just the worst. They're so far away.
One shot.
Yeah, you know they're one shot and then they're just across the map from you. It's the worst.
All right, so that makes sense. If you're a sub player, just being a little bit out of range, I can see why that would certainly be frustrating. But okay, let's keep going. So next thing, you might have saw this segment last week. It was real or fake tweets. So we've got tweets from each of you. Some are real, some are fake. So we are actually, who are we starting with? I don't even know how to read this. Okay, this is actually going to be Tommy.
Okay.
Tommy said teaming with the Twins is great. They are very talented, but I miss Swanee terribly. And now the people that aren't Tommy, you need to write whether it is real or fake on your boards here.
Guaranteed real.
That's 100% real.
Seems like the popular consensus thus far is real. They're filling them out. You guys got great handwriting.
I'm terrible. My handwriting is so.
I think I've seen multiple of you guys have like changed your answer midway through it. All right, so let's go down the line. Attach. What did you go with here?
I have to say real, because we know Tommy loves Swanee.
All right, so you went with real. Felony, what are you thinking?
I went with fake.
Fake tweet? He doesn't. Yeah. You don't think he loves Swanee? And what did you go with, bud?
I went with real, probably fake.
Fake,
okay.
probably
real.
real.
Wait, this guy's reading backwards.
That's
Yeah, my bad.
he erased it so many times, man. All right, so let's have the reveal here for our first tweet from Tommy.
Y'all was right, huh?
Was that real or was it fake? It was fake.
All right.
I wrote that.
Aw.
I miss Swanee.
No, I missed him.
I was trying to think of something realistic, like team with Twins is probably nice, but you do miss Swanee.
But I think I tweeted that out. I'd probably get jumped by the Twins.
Yeah, right. All right, next one. This is going to be from Felony. Felony tweeted, "There's someone named Glenn Quagmire on my flight. I'm dead." And I just realized that you tweet like a 12-year-old girl.
So what you're saying? You just gave away the answer.
Oh, damn it.
Maven.
I might have screwed that one up.
He did?
That's on me. No, what do you mean? It's fake. It's fake. I am not good at this game. Why? Who is letting me host? Who is letting me host this? Go ahead.
The board.
Go ahead and turn
It's
them around.
real. It's real.
All right, everyone knew it was real to begin with. Now,
We know Tyler.
How did you find that out? Were they screaming his name over the?
So do you know how when you need a passport, when you have a passport and you're traveling internationally, that they call you to the front desk sometimes?
Yeah.
Well, they called Glenn Quagmire, and I just my face was in awe. I was like, Glenn, did I hear that right?
Was there any? Did he look like him at all? I assume no.
He was pretty chubby. But still, Glenn Quagmire was like, wow, his parents, they just knew.
They just knew.
Yeah.
All right, next one. This is a real or fake tweet from Study. "My dog farts when he sleeps, and it's literally the worst thing I ever smelled." Now, you guys fill this out. Is that real or fake? All right, turn them around. Let's see. All right, we gotta pick harder tweets.
Yeah.
Real across the board. And you guys are on Twitter constantly, so you've probably
The
seen
only
All day,
reason I
every day.
know that is because he always says the word literally.
Literally.
Love the word literally. Okay, well that was a real one, and it's also disgusting.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely disgusting.
That
I just got my dog, and he just pees and poops and farts every time he
is a puppy now?
Yep.
What kind of puppy did you get?
Chinese Shar-Pei.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah,
He's like the really like mushy, like smushed in
Oh yeah,
extra skin.
yeah. Okay.
His name's Bellion.
All right, so this last one is for Tatch on the end here.
Probably real.
Clayster is the best teammate in the world.
Whoa.
I couldn't ask for a better leader and friend. I'm sorry, Attach's face was so funny when I put this up. All right, so Tommy's going fake. So real, wow. From Study. Okay, so no one bought that. But seriously, all right, you live with Clay. He's got to be a good teammate, man. He's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, he's definitely a cool person, good teammate.
All right, okay, tell me.
I honestly think I might have tweeted that and deleted that, so you might have caught it before I deleted it.
No, but be honest with me. So you've teamed with Clay for quite some time in different spots. You've now lived with him for what, going on 6 months? What's
Probably like 3-4 months.
With having the team, what's like the worst part of living with Clay?
There's honestly no bad parts besides like we really don't see Clay too often. He's always in his room gaming, playing Call of Duty, playing other games. So he's just always gaming, and we don't see him much. The only time we see him is when he's walking out of his room to get food. So he takes a little bit of food and then goes back into his cave.
I was really hoping you had something horrific to say about Clayster.
I'm probably the worst roommate to live with. I'm loud.
Yeah, this is
loud.
This is backfiring incredibly.
Clay was telling me about Dylan.
Because we've actually got this could be good though because we actually have Clay ready on the stage.
Oh wow.
They didn't even know about this. Yes, we have Clayster here. It was originally to defend himself, but you know what? Clay, I want you now to be head of the roasting, Attach on the stage. I've heard you once or twice complain about him as a roommate. What's so bad about Dylan as a roommate? I mean, this is his first time living by himself.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's really loud at times. That's probably his worst quality. I mean, it's just basically teaching the young guy how to live. I taught him how to use the dryer and the washer. So he asked me, he was like, hey, the dryer's not starting, what's wrong? And there's 3 knobs, a timer, a heat setting, and a start. He'd set the 2 timers and wasn't hitting the start button. And I walked up there and just went, doop, and it starts. He's like, oh, that's how you use it. So, you know, other than just teaching the young man how to live, he's a good roommate.
You're basically teaching him how to be an adult every single day. So not only are you the head of this team, but also the head of his life. Now, while we did give you a chance to roast him, you actually got roasted a few years back. Not all the people know about this, but we wanted to dig up some dirt on you, Clayster. 7 years ago, you posted on Reddit an Ask Me Anything titled, I am the world's best Modern Warfare 2 player. And boy, oh boy, this one was interesting. Care to explain your thought process behind this? Why did you even do this in the first place?
So first word, cringe. Looking back in that, it's real bad. But I was 18 years old at the time, so I was a little kind of cocky, arrogant kid at the time. Thought I was, you know, tough shit. So I posted this AMA because I just won the GameStop free-for-all tournament. And so I just won $5,000. It was my first major tournament win. Posted this AMA and got toasted. Like all the commenters, this was back, you know, 2010 when esports wasn't even really that big. In a console esport, I was just like auto-aim noob, auto-aim pleb, all this stuff. So there was a lot of people roasting me in there. I kind of retorted in kind a little bit, and luckily that was archived for everyone to see, so now everyone can go back and read that cache version. It's a good time.
Oh, there was a lot of great answers in there. Some probably not great to bring up on broadcast. One, though, that was interesting was a question that was commented to you. It said, are the tournament contenders a lot better than those guys who make a lot of YouTube videos, like CNanners, for example? Your response was 9 million times. I could beat that kid 50-5, no contest. Well, now it's been 7 years. Are you still as confident as you once were back then? And why?
I'm sorry, CNanners. I'm sure you're a great guy, but I'm even more confident. It'd be 50-0. 50-0 now.
See, some things don't change. Clayster is still very good at Call of Duty. That's it for us, though, on the stage. Maven, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Attach was actually chomping at the bit, though.
I got something to say. The washer and dryer are older than I am. They're older than me. So, and at home, I just have like some like high-tech, like cool ones. They're like from the Stone Age or something. I don't know how to use that. What?
All right. So it's like, you know, giving a kid a rotary phone now. Is that your excuse
Well, I actually know how to use a rotary phone. There's a bunch of them in my house.
But you can't start the washer or dryer.
No, that's way too complicated.
All right. Let's keep moving forward. Now, the next topic here is actually going to be around the All-Star game. So last week, you know, Envy and Splice, one, there's going to be a player from each team that's going to go through. It was a fan vote that went in. It was also a vote then from the four of us casters, myself, Puckett, Jack, and Mr. X that voted. And we're gonna reveal the winners today that are going to be playing at Anaheim. So these guys are going to be duking it out live on broadcast. I believe we're going to show the fan results, which is going to be coming through. You can see how the vote ended up going down. I think it was for Envy. It was really, really tight. If I remember seeing JCap and Apathy were right there. So they, I don't even know how JCap won because he's tied with Apathy, but there must have been some algorithm they can see. Are you guys surprised to see it come down this way, to see JCap win in the popular vote?
You got to give it the 2 rings. 2 rings. He deserves to be in the All-Star game, 100%.
Should be 3 rings, he said on last week's show. But you guys cool with the fan vote going JCap's way? He did play well, actually, last week.
He did. He played very well.
He had a rough start, but after that, he did a good job regaining and playing good the rest of the weekend. But
I'm a fan of Slasher, though. I think I would have put him up there.
There's somebody that agreed with you. We're going to get to our caster votes, but first let's go to the fan vote for Splice. See how that one broke down. As you know, you had 10,000 plus votes coming across, and Bance just edges out Mad Cat. I thought Bance was a monster. Tommy, you probably competed against him the most. What makes Bance a special player, buddy?
I think he's just come out in the last year and a half, really. Just Champs was his massive event that he went off on. Since then, he's just pushing and going on. But he's just that guy that can do anything, really. He plays every single role in the game. He slays well, and that's what you need in these type of games.
Yeah, Bance was phenomenal. Let's take a look at the casters then. So we're going to see the results. So this is myself, Courage, Mr. X, and Puckett. And this is how it broke down. So Puckett went with Apathy and Mad Cat. I went with Apathy and Bance. Mr. X also went with Apathy and Bance, which is very rare that Matt and I agree on anything. And then Courage went with Slasher and Bance. So actually, Tommy, I'm curious to hear, because I can certainly understand your argument. You were talking about Slasher maybe. Why do you think maybe he was more deserving than Apathy?
From when I've played against him, Slasher's just that guy that if they're looking like they're going to lose, he's going to pull something out. I remember the first map actually against Splice, he sort of swung it back in their favour, that they ended up losing in the end because a Bance did a play. So it's quite funny that they are both up there in the All-Star sort of thing, but he's just that guy that whenever I've played against him, he seems to one that just always does things.
Well, what's it like for the North American guys here? You've been competing against, you saw Apathy on there quite a bit. What's it like going up against a player like Apathy for you, Study?
I love Apathy. That's like my brother. You know, we like the duo from the Liquid back in the days. But playing against him is honestly one of the most annoying things I've ever had to do. Like him and Zuma, I put them in the same category.
All right, well, let's take a look at who the winners ended up being here. You probably were able to deduce who they were based on the votes. But coming through, you'll see at the bottom of your screen, the Team Envious All-Star is going to be Apathy. Attach on the end, how do you feel about it? Apathy played really well last weekend.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Apathy was especially with the ground slam, I think it's called, Shockwave. He was so annoying to play against. He's still a very good player, very annoying to play against. He really utilizes the wall runs and just like all the exo movement pretty well. So yeah, he played really well. He deserves it.
And then on the other side of this, for Splice, it's going to ultimately be Bance taking it. He won the fan vote. He was the fan favorite pretty much between all the casters. Felony, what do you like about Bance's gameplay? I mean, he has definitely been just a beast as of late.
We played him at the last event at MLG Dallas. We had a pretty close match with them. We lost 6-4 last map. Bance is a very good player, very explosive, very good shot, and he works well with his team, and his team works well around him.
Well, now we're going to have a little bit of a conversation here. Now, I'm assuming everyone here is going to be voting for someone on their own team, but this weekend, if you were to take top 2, Study, who's going to be the MVP from your squad?
I'm going to go with Nameless.
Nameless will be the MVP this
100%.
weekend?
Yep.
All right. He's wheeling, man. Isn't that the saying
Yeah,
on Twitter right now? He's wheeling?
Yeah. Anthony's just wheeling.
Felony, who do you got from your squad?
I think it's Aqua. He recently moved out. He's gotten better internet. He's gotten a lot of good practice recently. So I think he's going to be the one that comes out on top.
All right. And Tommy, who from Fnatic is just going to be your shining star this weekend?
I'll go with Sunny, just so I don't want to get a fight between the twins.
Hey, because I said shining star. Did I put that in your brain?
Exactly. But nah, Sunny, don't want to go in between the two twins. I'll pick one, the other might get a bit.
All right. And lastly, Face, Attach. Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking Enable. Simply due to the fact that if he does not go off or does not play very well, he has to deal with me, and I'm just a lot more muscular, a lot stronger than him, and he knows that I could just like beat him up. So feels very threatened and by me, so he's just kind of scared and very intimidated. So I think he's gonna play well, so that's gonna have to happen.
How much do you weigh?
Last time I weighed myself, I was like 140. So I'm around. I'm getting up there.
I think I weigh 100 more pounds than you.
Oh, wow.
It's gotta be all
I
in the
could
head.
lift you.
Yeah, it's all in my giant bald head.
Dylan said he could lift you.
You could? Yeah. You look like you've been putting on some weight. You've been hitting the gym. But, guys, hey, it's been a lot of fun. The thing I want to look at next, though, is just a reminder of the schedule. Tomorrow, we're kicking things off at 4 o'clock Eastern. We're starting off with FaZe versus Fnatic. That's Attach versus Tommy. What are your guys' thoughts on the first matchup? How you feeling?
Good luck, man. It's going to be a good match, but I hope FaZe wins.
Oh, God, that was great. That was like the most polite trash talk that I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
But I actually was voted nicest professional player. But Nadeshot even said it, so I mean, it has to be true.
That's false.
How is that false? If Nadeshot, there's literally a shirt that says Nadeshot.
All right, we've just added another topic to the end of the show. So you say you're the nicest.
No,
player.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm probably up there, but I'm not the nicest.
You strike me as like a little monster.
I mean, but I have a big heart.
I said Clay, nod his head over there.
He knows I'm the nicest. That's what I'm saying.
Tommy, who's the nicest player in Call of Duty? I would think about voting you, to be honest.
Me?
I'd put you up there. You are a guy that I'd like to go out, enjoy a beer with, and just be like best friends and just grow old together. That got weird.
Behind closed doors, maybe not so much. I mean, I just try to keep myself to self, but nicest? Swanee. Why not?
Oh, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. He's a good-looking human. In his heart.
But if you let us 3-0 you tomorrow, you're the nicest pro. So come on. If you want to be the nicest,
Instead of let him 3-0. So
Yeah, there you go. He's scared. He's scared. Felony, nicest pro.
I don't think there is one. I feel like.
Wait, you guys are all.
I feel like behind closed doors, with the amount of stress that everyone puts on each other, that everyone has their own bad side. I feel like everyone has potential to be nice, and everyone has potential to stir up a little trouble with each other.
So if you are an aspiring amateur player thinking about being a professional player, don't be nice.
It's a half and half.
Yeah, half and half.
Yes, half and
What
half.
about you? Who's the
Mine's
nicest
always
player?
been Proofy.
Proofy? I
I think Proof is that guy. He's mad cool.
He's a sweetheart?
Yeah, it's my brother.
Nah, Proofy is great. But, hey, you guys have been amazing. It was a lot of fun. For those of you new to tuning into Hot Mic, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We have a lot of amazing matches to come. Again, the Blue Group kicks off at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Don't miss it. It is week 2, stage 1 of the CWL Global Pro League. We'll see you tomorrow on MLG.TV.